Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Sudhanshu, and today's video I have specifically prepared to address one issue, that is of wearing gloves in preventing the transmission of coronavirus. क्या ग्लव्स पहन के हम कोरोना वायरस जैसी बीमारी से बच सकते हैं? Why I plan to make a video on this is because lately I have seen a lot of people wearing gloves unnecessarily, be it shopping mall attendant, rickshaw puller, auto rickshaw wala, vegetable vendor, a government official, a bank official. Everybody I have seen are wearing gloves, and they think that wearing gloves in their routine day-to-day activities is going to help them stay away from COVID-19. Well, to tell you frankly and clearly in one line, wearing gloves is not going to prevent you from getting coronavirus. CDC does not recommend wearing gloves for the general public. CDC recommends wearing gloves for healthcare workers who are taking care of patients, and normal people, general people can wear gloves if they are taking care of the sick patients or if they are cleaning. Now, where we are going wrong in this? Suppose if you are wearing gloves, you think that they are going to protect you, they are going to prevent you from getting the coronavirus. That is not there. Gloves, they act as your second skin. So whatever germs you are going to get on your hands, same germs you are going to get on your gloves. So you get a false sense of protection that if I'm wearing gloves, I'm not going to get any virus, any germs, any bacteria. But that is not the case. Gloves are useful for healthcare workers who are handling patients. There are particular standard operating procedures for wearing gloves, for removing them, when to wear them, when to remove them, how to wear them, and how to remove them. Now, if you are wearing gloves and doing your routine activities, you are actually carrying germs in the same way from one place to another. So there is no point wearing gloves in your routine day-to-day activities. Suppose you enter a shopping mall, you are wearing gloves, you touch something which was touched before by another person who was a COVID-19 patient or who is probably a carrier of coronavirus. Now, when you touch it, your gloves have got the same germs, have got the same virus on it. Now, if by chance you touch your nose, if you touch your mouth with the gloves, you are going to get the infection. So, there is no point using gloves to prevent it. Yes, if you want to prevent it, you have to regularly wash your hands with soap or clean it with a proper sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol regularly, whether you are wearing gloves or not. So with or without gloves, the only way to prevent getting coronavirus disease is to clean your hand with soap and water for at least 20 seconds or use a proper sanitizer. Now, even after all this, if you insist on wearing gloves, you have to be very careful. Wearing gloves gives you a false sense of protection, so you become complacent in your personal hygiene, which should not be the case. Regular hand washing and use of sanitizer is a must. Now, wearing gloves and removing them properly, especially removing them properly, is a very important task. If you are wearing gloves which is infected and you touch your bare skin with that, your arm or your hand, you are going to transmit the virus or whatever germs you're carrying on the hand or the arm. So removing it properly is also very important. Now, some people say that if they are wearing gloves, that helps them in preventing them from touching nose or mouth. Yes, that can be the case, but it can also be counterproductive in some ways, where you can actually transmit more germs from one place to another. So point to note here is that washing your hands before and after wearing gloves is very important. Not removing your gloves hastily and removing it slowly, taking care of not touching your bare skin is very important. There is no use of wearing gloves on your routine day to day activities where you can actually prevent yourself from getting the infection by just using soap and water or a sanitizer. Also to add, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare recommends usage of nitrile gloves over latex gloves. Latex gloves are or the powdered gloves have a higher rate of allergic dermatitis, your skin getting allergic rashes or exfoliation due to wearing of gloves. So nitrile gloves are the preferred ones when you are using it because they also resist chemicals. Well, to sum it up, use of gloves is meant for healthcare workers who are handling patients like doctors, nurses, and other staff. Use of gloves by the general public is not recommended, is not well advised. There is no benefit that you are going to achieve by wearing gloves in your routine day to day activities. So, kindly refrain from using gloves outside when you go out for your routine activities other than taking care of any sick person, and if you want to use it you can use it for cleaning purposes. Also, if you insist on wearing gloves, see to it that once you have worn gloves for some time it is nothing but just like your bare hands, so you have to take care of it by cleaning it properly, by using sanitizers, by removing them properly and slowly, seeing to it that they do not infect your bare hand. Also, once you have removed the gloves, do wash your hands. There is only one way to prevent the spread of infection, and that is washing hands with soap and water or using a good sanitizer with appropriate amount of alcohol. Thank you. That will be all in today's video. Please do like us and subscribe and keep watching for our upcoming videos. Thank you.